guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video, and we will also talk about Mo Salah potentially becoming one of the all-time Premier League best players in terms of goals and assists. We will talk about his record in a moment, but first let me tell you that Liverpool are scouting another brilliant, hugely talented defensive midfielder from the South American market, and it's Boca Juniors prodigy Ezequiel Fernandez. And Liverpool have expanded their scouting network in South America after seeing, Enzo Fernandez coming out of River Plate and also Alvarez straight to Manchester City for pretty much a bargain price that Man City paid for Alvarez, and he is lighting up the Premier League. He again scored in the weekend, and Liverpool's latest midfield target is Ezequiel Fernandez, who has blossomed into one of South America's most coveted midfielders, and he actually came through the FC Barcelona youth academy of La Masia after a really good stint in Argentina. Football pundits singled him out as one of the players who could go over to Europe and have a very successful career. And Liverpool are known for their very good scouting network, so viewing Fernandez as a brilliant infusion of youthful exuberance and raw talent, he could become a brilliant player for Liverpool. And there is more and more hype growing around Ezequiel Fernandez. The allure of European football is very compelling, and clubs like AC Milan and Benfica are also scouting him and watching him with great interest. However, Liverpool's proven track record with South American talents could tip the scales in favor of Liverpool. We already have Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, Alexis McAllister and Alisson from South America playing regularly in the Liverpool team, so that could help Ezequiel Fernandez settle in at Liverpool, and also it could help make Liverpool even more attractive for South American players. Jurgen Klopp, the strategic mastermind behind Liverpool's recent successes, recognizes that Liverpool still are missing a defensive midfielder, and the South American market has a lot of untapped potential. So Liverpool's interest in Fluminense's Andre Trindade is noteworthy, but we are lining up alternatives, and Fernandez, a more economically and equally thrilling option, is available for Liverpool because his market value is just around 10 to 15 million euros, which is an absolute bargain for Liverpool. And he's 178 centimeters tall, that's 5 foot 10 inches tall. He was born in Buenos Aires in Argentina. He's only 21 years old, and his main position is the defensive midfielder position, but he can play as a box-to-box midfielder as well, and he already played a pretty good significant role for Boca Juniors' recent success, and already he played 38 times for Boca Juniors' senior team, getting 2 assists in the process. But he's a holding midfielder, he's a defensive midfielder. His main responsibility is not goal scoring or getting assists. And he also had a pretty successful loan spell at Tigre, another club from Argentina, where he played 39 games in total, and he won the Copa Argentina with Boca Juniors in 2020, and he won the Supercopa Argentina in 2022. So he was playing for the Barcelona Youth Academy when he was just a little kid, but in 2012 actually Fernandez started to play in the Boca Juniors youth teams. So I think mostly it was Boca Juniors who developed him and grown him into a professional footballer. Fernandez was called up for the Argentinian under-17 side, coached by Pablo Aimar. I'm sure you remember him from his glorious days at Valencia. And he actually played in the 2019 South American Championship in Peru, where Argentina were champions, and Ezequiel Fernandez played a prominent role in that name. His full name is absolutely glorious. I just have to read it to you guys. It's Ignacio Ezequiel Agustin Fernandez Carballo. What a fabulous Argentinian name that is. That's absolutely brilliant. And guys, if you enjoy these videos, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new around here, and please help me be able to continue making these videos. just you can donate via the thanks button below the video, or you can subscribe to my Patreon, link is in the video description, and you get great benefits, all the details on my Patreon as well. Thank you so much for your support. And even though Liverpool spent a pretty big £145 million on new midfielders, there is still question marks over Liverpool's number 6 defensive midfielder position in their squad, because Endo is not fully trusted by Jurgen Klopp yet. He's not playing regularly, and we are playing sometimes McAllister there, sometimes other players, and I think Liverpool are still scouting the market for an out-and-out defensive midfielder or deep-lying playmaker, and Ezequiel Fernandez could be a brilliant option. Fernandez has a fan in ex-Boca star and Liverpool's own Alexis McAllister. When he was still playing at Brighton, McAllister said this: "If you ask me a little more about my style, there is a player that I really like, and that is Ezequiel Fernandez." That's the nickname of Ezequiel Fernandez. He's a player who has all the conditions to reach Europe one day, and I hope that can happen to him. He's a player that I like a lot. He understands the game a lot. He's always prepared to receive the ball. He plays with both legs. He can play as a 5, as an inside player. He's a player who has certain very good conditions, and if Brighton asked me, I would say his name and I would recommend signing him. So now that he is at Liverpool, McAllister, and I hope he recommended or recommends Fernandez to the Liverpool scouts. And according to another report, Liverpool are watching Nico Gonzalez of Fiorentina as well, who could be, of course, an attacking player that we target, but at the moment I think Liverpool are mainly trying to sign a defensive midfielder. Ezequiel Fernandez's contract expires at the end of 2025, so basically he has 2 more years left on his contract. He joined the Boca Juniors like senior team after his loan spell at Tigre at the beginning of this year, and he started all 4 knockout stage games for Boca Juniors from the quarterfinal stage. They played one of the biggest Argentinian sides, Racing Club, in a local derby where they won 4-1 on penalties. He played 66 minutes in the first leg, 90 minutes in the second leg, and then they played against Brazilian giants Palmeiras, and he played pretty much the full game in both legs of the semi-final, 87 minutes in the first and the full game in the second leg. And again, Boca Juniors won 5-3 on penalties. Actually, Boca Juniors won all 3 knockout stage games on penalties, which is pretty much unprecedented. And Boca Juniors will play Fluminense. Of course, Liverpool have these 2 defensive midfielders on their radar from the South American market, so it will be a classic final of Fluminense against Boca Juniors in the Copa Libertadores, which is the biggest club competition in South American football. It's like the Champions League of South America, so I will be watching that final with great interest, of course. And he's not a player who is afraid to get stuck in. He already has 2 red cards this season. He got sent off against Vélez Sarsfield, and Boca Juniors won that game, and then he got sent off against River Plate, getting a yellow card and then a red card in stoppage time. Boca Juniors lost that game, and he also suffered a knee injury, but that wasn't serious. He only missed 3 games through that. And Boca Juniors started the season pretty awfully, but in recently they found great form, winning 5 of their previous 6 matches and getting 1 draw, so they are in really good form. But then the Copa de la Liga started, where Boca Juniors is not really putting up a great season. They lost 5 games already, and they only won 3 games, 1 draw and 5 losses. That's not a good season for Boca Juniors, but in the league they were pretty sensational. And in the end, in the Argentinian league, Boca Juniors finished in 7th place with 44 points. They had one of the best defenses in the league, conceding only 24 goals in 27 games, which was pretty awesome. But their big city rivals River Plate won the league with 61 points, 10 points, finishing 10 points ahead of the second place team. So that's really impressive. And now let's talk about Salah, because Salah scoring 2 goals in the Merseyside derby, those were his 208th and 209th goal contributions, and that puts him in 11th place in the Premier League all-time goals and assists table, just 3 behind 10th placed Steven Gerrard. So he is sitting on 209 in 240 games, which is absolutely staggering that in just 240 games Salah scored 209. Scored and assisted 146 goals in the Premier League and 63 assists. Just to compare, Gerrard is 3 ahead and he played more than twice as many games, 504 games. Of course, Gerrard was a midfielder, but let's compare him to Thierry Henry. Henry has a staggering, even better numbers than Salah, 258 games, 249 goal contributions. So if he has a brilliant season, he could actually get close to Thierry Henry this season, and next season he can definitely surpass Henry if he stays at Liverpool. And Thierry Henry is just in 7th place, just behind Harry Kane. And then Andy Cole is a little bit further away. Of course, the top scorer and assister is Alan Shearer, who has 324 goal contributions in 441 games. Wayne Rooney is second with 311 goal contributions. But yeah, I don't think anybody can beat Alan Shearer's numbers. 324 is absolutely crazy. I mean, just to compare, Harry Kane sits on 259, but he joined Bayern Munich. Maybe Harry Kane could have beaten that if he stayed at Tottenham, but it didn't make a lot of sense for Harry Kane to stay at Tottenham because he has never won a major trophy there. So going over to Bayern Munich, Bayern have a great chance of winning major trophies. And I just love it that Salah is now in the conversation for the all-time Premier League top scorer and top assister charts. He's definitely good enough to be in the top 10 or top 8, and who knows, if he stays at Liverpool for another 3 or 4 years, he could even get into the top 5 biggest and best goal contributions table in the Premier League's all-time history. And considering how rich and awesome the Premier League's history is, with so many brilliant goal scorers, I think that's a fantastic compliment for Salah to even be on this list. And just to put you through the full list, so Alan Shearer is first with 324 goal contributions, Wayne Rooney second, 311, Frank Lampard is third, 279, Ryan Giggs is fourth, 271, Andy Cole fifth, 260, Harry Kane sixth, 259, then 7th place Thierry Henry, 249 goal contributions, 8th Sergio Aguero, 231 goal contributions in 275 games. Teddy Sheringham is 9th, 221 goal contributions, and Steven Gerrard completes the top 10 with 212. But Salah just needs 3 more goals or assists to equal Steven Gerrard's all-time goals and assists tally in Premier League history. That's an absolutely amazing thing. And Alisson also said that he hopes Salah will break all kinds of records for Liverpool. He said every 3 points we can get is massive for us. Today was even more special as it was a derby. We know the importance for the fans, for the city, for everybody, and for us as well. We are going to keep fighting and let's see what we can reach. Salah is amazing. I'm so glad to have him in our team. I hope he can break all the records that he has in front of him, as long as he keeps the red shirt on him. It's always tough to come back from the national team and play a 12:30 early Saturday kickoff. We were traveling a lot, going to South America, playing hard games, but I'm glad we could get the 3 points. That was massive today. And during the matches, as Alisson said, sometimes you have to deal with that feeling of frustration, and I think we did really well today. We were patient enough, we worked the ball well to create the chances. Luis Diaz's one-on-ones were amazing in creating chances for us, and then suddenly the game opens up for us and we get the 2 goals. It's a massive one today in the derby, and I'm really happy that we got the 3 points. And Liverpool have some winnable games coming up. We have Nottingham Forest in the league, we have Toulouse in the Europa League back-to-back, we have Bournemouth in the League Cup, we play Luton Town very soon as well. So Liverpool should get about 5 or 6 wins in a row before we play Manchester City away, which is going to be our toughest game of the season probably. But I'm already really looking forward to it. Hopefully Liverpool can work on their midfield synergy, which needs to be improved. It's already pretty good, but I think it can get a lot better, and I hope Endo will get some minutes in the Europa League and he can get settled a little bit more, because I think we should have more versatility in that holding midfielder role, and if Endo can get up to speed, then he can definitely offer us more versatility in that role. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.